Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. We've got some new horror picks for you this week, so let's go ahead and get started. Welcome to Verse Films Productions' annual Screamtober here on our horror channel. I'm your host, Carshénah, and I've got 31 days to get you in the mood for Halloween. Join me as I share a video a day with a new theme each week that you will find scary, haunting, and sometimes just plain fun. Let's get into it. Week 3 is Directors Week, and we're highlighting horror director David Cronenberg. Pioneered the body horror genre that involves mutation, parasites, or particular medical conditions. David's body of work will always be memorable. Dead Ringers, 1988, now streaming on Tubi TV, Pluto TV, or the Roku channel for free. Rated R, a runtime of 1 hour and 56 minutes. What is identity? Where is the line between love and obsession? Cronenberg does not provide easy answers or any answer at all, but no matter how great the director is, the film would not be successful without the talent of Jeremy Irons, an actor capable of very good performances even in bad films like The Man in the Iron Mask. He delivers here one of the greatest performances of all time, playing two extremely complex characters without being over the top or inexpressive in any moment, confusing us of which is Bev and which is Ellie when he is supposed to, and making clear who is he playing in the right moment. Growing up together as social outcasts with only each other for company, twins Elliot and Beverly Mantle become very close. This closeness becomes more like them being sharing one self in two bodies as they study in the same area and eventually become experts in the field of gynecology. They share everything, and few can tell them apart. An arrangement that works well until Beverly falls for a patient, Claire Naveau, played by Genevieve Bujold, and finds that there are things he doesn't want to share with Elliot. As Bev confronts the idea of them being separate for the first time ever, he starts to fall apart mentally, and when Elliot tries to reach out and help him, he too is drawn into confusion over identity and an inability to find where one of them stops and the other starts. Dead Ringers is not an ordinary film, so it is not for an ordinary moviegoer. It is very complex, not commercial at all, can be very hard to look at in some moments, and don't expect to feel good after watching it. Canadian director David Cronenberg made another step up in the development of his personal style of filmmaking by moving to the field of psychology with a suspense thriller that, while less visceral and graphic than his previous films, it's no less horrific and captivating. While at first sight, this film seems like a departure, it's simply the logic evolution of a style that reaches maturity without forgetting its origins. Categorized as a horror thriller drama, take out the horror and thriller, and then it is properly categorized. There was nothing that can classified as a horror, meaning there were no scares, only a tad bit of blood, nothing creepy, eerie, or spooky. It also wasn't a thriller per se, meaning there were no thrills, no suspense, no excitement, or anything that would get the pulse racing. It was an interesting drama to some extent, but a drama nonetheless. Jeremy Irons gives a wonderfully nuanced performance as identical twin gynecologists. The subtleties of difference in personality command multiple viewings to register. Not only is the film's central theme both compelling and disturbing, one personality split between two people, but the descent into prescription drug addiction and botched gynecological procedures with Cronenberg's trademark insect-like surgical instruments will make your skin crawl. Using special effects as well as the old over-the-shoulder technique, Irons is able to convincingly be on screen in two characters at the same time. But it is not the shot framing that makes it convincingly two characters. It is Irons' performance that does that. His Beverly is so feeble and has a convincing breakdown, while his Elliot appears much more together but suffers in a different way from the same struggle. Obviously, being identical, it is due to Irons that the two characters come across so very different, but yet seem just like the same person. In every little scene, he manages to stay in character no matter what. It's hard for me to describe. You need to really see it for yourself. Cronenberg shades each of the twin brothers amazingly and makes them both terrifying and sympathetic characters. Genevieve Bujold also delivers faultless performance, looks fantastic as a more mature woman, and proves the fact that women over 40 can be very sexy, a fact which Hollywood very insultingly continues to ignore. Bujold is good in support early on, but as the twins' story gets more complex, her characters feel a bit intrusive and uninteresting, but generally she is good. It's a bleak, depressing, and tragic tale, but it shows brotherly relations with an intimacy few films ever approach. Anchored by Irons' spectacular dual performance, Dead Ringers is a film that shows a lot of maturity on Cronenberg's part, and though it might be hard to call it entertaining, it does contain harsh imagery with an emotional pulse that will not easily be forgotten. See you tomorrow as Screamtober with Verse Films Productions continue right here on the channel.